Well, stop messing up.
This guy he does that. Holy smokes. What's up? It's your boy Big Reg coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house. This time, bringing you an update and a preview of March Madness. Holy smokes, folks. After the first weekend, the Michigan Wolverines find themselves in a commanding position to reach their first Final Four since 2018, I believe it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we went 2018 down to San Antonio, Texas. And man, oh man, what a trip that was. But that's for another day, another tale for another day. Tonight, though, we're talking about the pending matchups to come, the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight. First, as always, the man who dropped out of the last podcast to go on a hot date, the one, the only, producer Jay Bizzle.
That was not a hot date, but yeah, it's
Lies.
getting hot in Phoenix again. But man, this team is getting hotter.
Wow, this guy is deflecting all the questions about his love life. Very interesting. Next, joining us, this man is gosh, how to describe him? He's been all over the world and back. It's the one, the only, angrier than ever, Mr. Squarehead.
I'm here.
Okay, anything else?
I'm here. I'm back.
Holy smolies, this guy, holy cow. The team is doing great if you haven't noticed, okay? I don't know if you've been around all season, but this team has been rocking and rolling, baby. Next, joining us, this man is rushed home from a Bible study. He's full of the Holy Ghost. And look at him, he's praying already for this weekend. The one, the only, nameless guest.
I'm just going to say, really appreciate this and props to the producer for making this happen, constantly pushing for it because this is a season to be cherished.
Mm,
This has what is it? Championship 2023 vibes where we should be like hanging on every game and just loving it because it's a sweet ride.
so far, so good. Knock on wood. And last, joining us from his secret top basement lair, the one, the only, JC from Sunnyside.
Feeling at ease about this Friday. This is a historic team.
Mm,
Um, we're gonna get into it, but just to be back, just good to be back with the boys. I think this is our first one where all five of us are here since like the 2023 national championship, you know?
all right, let's not
It's,
exactly.
it's the first time with five of
What are
us
we
here.
doing? Jeez, oh Pete, holy smokes. Well, anyway, quick recap of what the Michigan Wolverines were able to do since losing in that championship, Big Ten championship game to Purdue. Some of the folks were a little bit down in the dumps. Others were like, no big whoop because it didn't affect our seeding. If anything, I think it helped our position in the tournament because we became the number 3 seed overall in the tournament, and our bracket, the Midwest, is looking pretty good. Anywho, we first round, the who did we play? It was the Howard, I believe that the Bisons,
The
right?
Bice, yes.
Right, the
License.
Howard Bisons. Big up to Howard. You know, a lot of illustrious alumni from Howard. Thurgood Marshall, Kamala Harris. Sean, well, you know what? Some people might say, you know, P. Diddy went there or is an alumni, but he's not an alumni. He dropped out. So what does that tell you, kids, huh? Stay in school. I raised my
Don't
hand.
forget a few Koreans too. A few Koreans.
Holy smokes, this guy. We don't want to get into that Twitter storm. Some people are happy about it. Some people are angry about it. There's all sorts of back and forth about the
Mm,
quote unquote
mm,
Arirang recordings. I'll just call them
mm,
that. It's almost
mm.
I don't want to touch it. It's almost a little too political for me. But big ups to them. Anywho, Michigan handled them as expected. They're a number 1 seed. Howard was the number 16th seed, won that hard. Next round, all the hype was for the what was his name? St. Lou
Bila.
Sindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What else was his nickname? You know, the kid, Danny Avila. Avila was his name?
Mhm.
Villa, yeah.
Stephen Blurry.
That's a good one.
I didn't hear
LeBron
that.
Frames.
I heard
Why
Larry
does it feel like
Nerd,
I'm
but it
hearing this
doesn't
for
have
the
the
first
one.
time?
Oh yeah, yeah. Look, everybody's laughing except Squarehead. Why so angry? Come on, this guy lighten up a little bit. Michigan was able to show their clear advantage offensively and defensively. I almost felt bad for St. Louis for a second, but then I remembered they had that one kid from East Lansing mouthing off about, putting the smack down on Michigan. So then all of a sudden, I didn't feel bad about it at all. And I raised my glass to the Wolverines for getting the job done. And now here we are, waiting for the second weekend for the second year in a row. Sweet 16, baby, where the Michigan Wolverines are taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Gentlemen,
Hey,
I open the floor to you.
can I just add a quick postscript to the SLU game? What that reminded me of
Mm.
was, it's been well chronicled how our guy Dusty May is like best boys with what Josh somebody, the
Yeah.
coach. This
Mhm.
okay, and share playbooks. They know every single play, all that stuff. Come on, man! Like it's like with the whole sign stealing stuff. Like doesn't matter whether you know the plays or whatever. It's about execution. They knew everything that we had. We still rammed it down their throats.
Wow.
We crushed them. No, but it's kind of like it's no different in football.
Mm.
Whether you know the plays or don't know the plays, it's like that you know you're going to run it 20 times, the superior team dominates. Just
There you go.
another
There you
example
go.
of it.
You got to get out there and execute. It doesn't matter if you know the plays or not. Got to go out and execute, baby. And that's what they did. They executed pretty darn well, especially in the second half of that game. First half of the game, I was like, meh. But then by the second half of that game, I'm telling you, I was feeling easy about that game and about us advancing. I think we put on a heck of a show for the rest of the field. And I think it opened up a lot of eyes to how good this Michigan team can be.
Yeah, I think it's also pointing to the fact that it was all of a sudden our basketball team is now a second half team as well.
Mm.
Michigan football in their 2023 season, we were
Mm.
not concerned about the second half because we knew our defense could step up. There's different things that could happen.
Anaconda squeeze.
Yeah, and so it's apparent
Mhm.
that even with the loss of Kaysen, that we still have enough athleticism and basically raw talent to be able to outlast teams and to be able to kind of basically most of these teams that we faced so far, Howard, St. Louis, they don't go that deep.
No.
You probably have like six, maybe seven guys who could play, but
Yeah, but
still
they're not
six or
Sienna. Come
seven
on, let's not
guys
be crazy.
that's on there. So I think that's the part where that's why the first halves are so tight because it's just uh there's part of it where Dusty is like trying to get guys more minutes just so that we can stay fresh, and then in the second half it just starts to wear on the other team and you see it start to dissolve like that. So I even though like everyone was hyping up the possible upset of St. Lou versus Michigan,
Oh boy.
somehow I kind of could figure out, even though it was close in the first half, I was like, they're hitting their shots. That's good. But at the second half of it, I was like, man, you can tell they're gonna wear them down and start to pull away. So that was interesting to see these first two rounds happen like that.
I love that connection that producer JB made with the second half team of our national championship team and this team becoming a second half team. It's so good that I wonder where he might have read it from.
Oof,
Um,
oof.
but anyway, I think that this team, when they are at their best, when they are feeling like a game matters, because I think even the Big Ten tournament championship game, I think it mattered to them, but in the back of their minds, they were already a number one seed, right? They already won the Big Ten regular season championship. So yeah, they wanted it, but you know what? They didn't get it. So I think they wanted to play, but they weren't at their best. Howard, first half, it didn't really matter either because they could just kind of
Wow.
walk through Howard in their minds and just advance. But I think they found out, hey, only up two at halftime. We gotta really play. And I think something happened at halftime where they were up 30, right? At some point in the second half. And then from then on, I think you're going to see a Michigan team that you saw in the first half of the season where they were blowing teams out by 30. And that's why this Alabama game doesn't concern me one bit.
Wow.
It doesn't concern me one bit because everyone talks about Alabama and their ability to hit threes and how frenetic they are. But they forget that we have a front line that's long and athletic, and Yaks can match up with anybody on the court. and shut him down with his length and athleticism. I think that's a difference that no other team has. Our versatility on defense, our ability to switch on screens. They're not going to be able to get off threes like they did against Texas Tech.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that connection that JB made with the 2023 team is also football team is also fantastic. I mean, and the analysis that JC from Sunnyside just gave was also fantastic. These guys must have been reading a lot of articles this week. But I have to agree.
Get into it a little bit more.
I have to agree that these two first rounds, no concern at all. I mean, come on, Howard and St. Louis, not concerned at all. I'm not concerned with Alabama either. My concern mainly is if you look back at the losses that we've had against Duke and Purdue, the two most recent. Whiskey, that's way in the past, but my concern are those two losses and how we lost those games. But I have to agree with JC. This next game against Alabama, no concerns at all. I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a blowout, just like how JB used to go one-on-one against Steve Y Chen at CCRB court number 1. I think it's just going to be a blowout.
It's been a while. It's been a while, Squarehead, since you voiced your thoughts on here. So appreciate that. A shout out, but I've never played Steve White Chen in one-on-one, and let alone court one, because everyone know. If you know, you know, court one.
I think the only thing that can derail this team a little bit is if we get in foul trouble. So if Yax gets into foul trouble, or even Elliot Cadeau gets in foul trouble, because he's really the only pure ball handler on the team. If he gets in foul trouble, then I think we have to make sure that we slow the game down, because I don't think we can run up and down the court and match their pace. And then we just have to leverage our size, right? Throw it down to Big Rez. Use him more. Big Rez. You know?
I agree. I was going to say the same thing with two wrinkles, though. The foul trouble, but more so with I'm worried about running into unfavorable refs. Not this game, but maybe the next game. I think we'll do enough to just overcome bad officiating and a few bad calls. I don't care if that happens first, Bam. I think we'll overcome. Iowa State, not to look too far ahead.
Oh my gosh, but you are. But I love it. Go ahead, please.
We run if we run into not very favorable officiating, which has happened. I mean, I actually pinned those two losses, the two aforementioned losses, on some not very good officiating. I mean, I think different crew has the Wolverines prevailing over the Dukies.
Mhm.
Still salty over that one. And what was the second? It was the officiating and rats. I'll come back to it.
Turnovers is always a concern.
Always.
It's been a little bit less within the last two games, but I think it's, just the nature of us playing a 16 seed and a 9 seed. It's like, unless we really screw up, we're not going to really turn over the ball. But then now an Alabama team, a 4 seed, they're like we've been saying, they're frenetic. They have their hands all over the place. And so that's the part where we really need to be careful with ball handling, which, with Kaysen down, that's becomes even more apparent. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like Dusty has a plan in mind, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I think the players focus. I mean, they have almost what 5, 6 days of preparation slash rest. So that hopefully will be a really good way for them to kind of refocus and figure out, yeah, like if we do try to go inside, we try to, basically bully ball them, because Alabama's height is a little bit closer to our team. So I think that's it's going to be a different type of game, I think, that we're going to need to see.
We do need to prevail on the boards, like, because that is our opportunity to equalize their higher percentage threes. I remember hearing someone interviewing Nate Oates and looking ahead to the matchup, and he specifically mentioned, you know what, our bigs are going to have to show up for Michigan. And so he knows one of the big keys for him. He is rallying the troops. He's pumping them up, hyping them up, coaching them up,
Mhm.
because that is going to be a major key. So Merez, our front court, our much vaunted front court, they gotta dominate from the get-go.
They're also missing their second leading scorer, right? Holloway. He was averaging like 17 points a game, right? Junior. So that's going to be big. You know, as long as I think Adai Mara might get their 7-footer in foul trouble, right? And one thing that's not talked about a lot is, yeah, Adai Mara can block shots, alter shots, but his free throw shooting has really improved since the start of the year, right? Start of the year, you foul, and he's an automatic miss. But now I'm surprised if he misses, right? So speaks to his, work in the gym. And I'm not like, I think folks will be less aggressive when he has the ball because
Can
he
you
can.
pump the brakes on that a little though? I was with you until you said surprised if he misses. He's way improved, but surprised when he misses? Come on.
I am. Lately, he's been knocking him down.
You went
He's
Knocking
from
like
him.
like
he's like 3 out of 4, 2 out of 3 kind of
yeah,
guy right
Yeah, he's
he's
now.
like
like
mid-70s.
he went
Yeah,
from like 50% to like 70%.
Yes, he's really elevated.
Yeah,
yeah.
We,
but it's
we want to
still seven
maintain
out of
some credibility on the shadow. Come
No, but
on.
it's not a pretty looking free throw, but it's
no,
effective. I'll
a
put it that
line
way.
drive.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like he's
He's
shooting
so
down.
tall. Come on, come on.
Yeah, it's like he's shooting down into the rim, you know. But like JC's saying, it's been more effective. So you can't fault the kid for that. The only thing I'm worried about going into this game is turnovers.
Yeah.
If we try to push the pace too much, and get a little out of control, we'll say, a little too frenetic with them, I think that is going to hurt us. You know, I'm not saying don't push the ball when we have a chance to, but if it's more prudent on a 2-on-1, even on a 2-on-1 to pull it back, and then set up the offense, I'd rather do that than throw a risky pass because there's been a couple too many risky passes, and I think Alabama's the kind of team that could turn our turnovers into points very quickly. So I don't want to give them that out for easy offense because I think our defense is going to do a heck of a job in shutting them down. So I don't want to
Yeah,
give them any kind of lifeline with an easy bucket off of our turnovers. So that'd
I'm
be the only
looking.
thing I would be cautious about.
I'm looking at Alabama's game against Texas Tech.
Yeah.
There are 7 to 8 players who had significant double-digit minutes.
Mm.
Obviously, Holloway gone. They had to kind of get more people involved. And Texas Tech, they're also athletic, and so they had to kind of do that. What I'm
Yeah.
seeing also is personal fouls on 4 people who had 4 personal fouls.
On
Like
Alabama.
they're handsy, but they're also foul in pretty much they foul.
Well,
Uh,
like, that goes to the
Regularly.
refs
So
again. If they, if
so
they
that's
let them get a little slappy, all of a sudden those turn into turnovers versus fouls on Alabama. So it'll be interesting to see. There could be a couple things that get adjusted one way or the other, and all of a sudden it could be a pretty tight game. You know,
Well,
but
a lot of a
but
lot of guys got double-digit minutes because they were up by like 40, so they just kind of like
yeah,
threw
Texas Tech
it
kind
back
of
in.
gave up on that game after a while. They were like, "Yeah, we don't have a shot." Just kind of packed it in.
But I think Trey's got to be careful with the ball.
Mhm.
Against St. Louis, he got picked through some bad passes, and he's a very control player. Like getting up and down the court is not his game. Doesn't have the handles for it. So
Oh my
he's got to just stay in his lane, do what you do best, spot up threes, post up a little bit, play some solid defense. But he's going to be a key contributor. I think the other thing that I'm afraid of is if we go up 30, then we might see like Howard Isley Jr.
Oh,
wow.
what's wrong with that? Come on.
Honestly, I'm not worried about Trey. Ironically, it was old LJ that was kind of prone to getting frenetic and getting a little too hype and just maybe going too fast, I thought. I mean, he settled down. When he started playing better, I felt like he was more controlled.
Hmm.
And to me, he took a step when he wasn't like just flipping the ball all over or just running too wild. Or like and Roddy stepped up, but he has that tendency to go 1-on-3. I like the way Isaiah Cole describes him. 1-on-3, 1-on-4, deep into the holes. Like, what are you doing? Just like everybody else watching can see that's gonna get blocked, that's gonna get stuffed, coach him up because he's been doing good. But these are the things you can see coming, and you gotta cut that out before the Iowa State game.
He pulled back on one of them
Yeah.
on the
But that was
second
after
half.
he messed up. I
Yeah,
think he learned.
after he messed up. Yeah,
He's never passing on a 3-on-1 break. Never passes.
never,
Never.
never. He's going after that foul or that bucket, one or the other.
He looks for the contact, that's for sure. He's not afraid
Yeah,
of the contact.
absolutely.
He's a foul merchant in that way, I guess.
Which I appreciate. Someone's got to drive to the basket.
Yeah.
But I am concerned about the switching. We are capable of switching off of that, but eventually someone gets lost and then someone's open for the three. We've seen it before. It's been kind of like the game plan against Michigan. As long as you can get dribble drive, switching on the screens, get us kind of like out of alignment. Someone's going to be open eventually, but I don't know if Alabama's going to have that discipline to keep doing that. I think they're athletic, but you can tell, like even with that Texas Tech game, it was like chaos between the two teams. Like they're going back and forth, no one's scoring. They're just like, what the heck is going on with this? But I think that's the part. If we keep our cool heads, we stick to the plan, I think it's gonna be pretty. I think that's it.
This guy.
I'm
You have to minimize. Oh, sorry, Squarehead.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. You guys with such the great analysis. I mean, that's just fantastic stuff you guys are bringing today. But I'm surprised no one just said. No one just said, "Hey, as long as we score more points than them, we're gonna win." Come on, man! Get all this analysis and crap. What's switching off? Come on, man! Just score more points. There's nothing to worry about. This is like walking into CCRB and seeing the Vietnamese Christian Fellowships on court 3, and you're gonna play like 5 games in a row. Come on, man! What is this analysis about? Like, as long as we keep our cool, just score more points. Give me a break.
Oh yeah. This guy these rants. Holy smokes! I'm not saying that we're not gonna win. Okay, I'm just saying there are certain things you got to watch out for. That's all. It's March Madness, baby. We don't know. Crazier things have happened. So you just got to keep a cool head. Look at Iowa versus Florida just this past weekend. Nobody saw that coming. But here we are, Florida, #1 seed, out of there. And I don't see that happening for the Wolverines, though. So, like I said, for all the reasons I've already stated, I think the biggest thing for me going into this game is the fact that if our defense plays well, I think we shut them down. I don't think they get over. I'll put them under 70 points. And I'll see us going at about 85-ish. So Michigan, close to 20 when all is said and done.
If you had to choose one, who makes a bigger impact on the game? Roddy Gale or Will Cheddar?
Ooh,
Oh no.
that's
Please, Gail. Please.
come on. I think we know. I mean, listen, I love Willie Cheddar, okay? I love Willie Cheddar. He's been a Michigan man through and through. All 17 years he's been there, love every single minute of it. But
Great team guy. Great team guy.
awesome team guy. Absolutely awesome. The passion that he brings, I'm telling you, like when he grabs a rebound, he goes like this.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah, so you guys are saying Cheddar will have a bigger impact. I think Cheddar's going to have a bigger impact. I haven't watched every single game, but most games I've watched, Gale Jr. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do much.
What
I
are you talking about?
don't. Maybe I missed all the games that he was scoring 50 points.
He,
But I haven't watched a game where he makes a huge impact on. Okay, fine, he might have one or two plays, but I think
he's
when I watch the game,
he's had a lot of good defensive plays,
Cheddar is in and
especially late
out,
in the
like
season.
all in, man.
But listen,
The
I'm not
injury.
going to badmouth Will Cheddar. You're not going to goad me into that, okay? There's no way. But I will say this: Roddy Gale, though, especially at the end of the season, he made a lot of big plays and big moments, especially against Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament. You know, he had a lot of good games. So I'll raise my glass to him.
Spends too much time tightening his cornrows.
Oh my days!
Oh my God, what is going on right now?
Doesn't even make sense, but okay, I'll go with you on that.
This guy, he had 14 points against Howard, 6 for 7 shooting, 2 for 3.
Oh yeah, that was in his hometown, Niagara
Yeah,
Falls.
he was on fire.
Yeah, this guy.
He seems like a guy that knows Holloway pretty well, but um,
Huh?
oh,
What?
sorry. Oh,
What?
oh,
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what
Anyway.
that means either.
Oh yeah.
wasn't he suspended for
He was
Possession?
vaping.
smoking or
Vaping.
vaping? It was vaping? No.
Ooh.
All right. Anyway, Gale.
Supposedly.
What? When?
He sat for the first half of a game. Remember? He didn't play.
No, he
Does
was sick.
Oh, come
He
on.
was sick that game. Holy smokes. You guys. Oh, you're so bad.
The game,
So bad.
Trey was also out a little, or no?
Huh?
Was Trey also out a little bit on that game?
Trey McKinney?
Never mind. Just this is how
Oh my gosh. What?
Wrong
What is
things
going on right now?
We're starting on this pod. I don't know what's
This
going
is
on.
how rumors don't start because we only have no one's spreading rumors watching our show.
This is crazy talk. Anyway,
I
holy
do think you
smokes.
have to. This is a game for athletes. This is a game for athletes, and Will Cheddar, unfortunately, is not athletic enough for a game like this. So I think you got to play Gale more, minimize Cheddar's minutes. 'Cause I think Gale is better on the perimeter defending, right? The three.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the IQ. Doesn't have good IQ on the court,
I disagree. I
but
disagree. I say Roddy Gale has a great defensive IQ.
defensive.
Defensive IQ, like the help situations, when to, dip in and help out on a drive, et cetera, et cetera.
Block
When to switch off
shots.
on his man. His only, or I shouldn't say his only, I guess his major decision-making flaw is in the fast break.
Yes.
I would say that's his weak spot. Okay.
Or-
His blind spot. But, in the other areas, I think he does great.
Also getting the loose ball, the foul, I mean the rebound, and just trying to get it back up himself when there's all these guys around him.
Yeah,
Like
to
I
put
said,
back.
it reminds me of a poor man's Sean D. Brown. Sean D. Brown, in my mind, was better at making a big shot, like a big three, or grabbing an offensive rebound with a putback. But Roddy Gale does the same kind of thing for our team. Comes off the bench, instant energy, uh, defense, lockdown defense. So I appreciate Roddy Gale and raise my glass to him. And what is it now? His seventh year? Whatever.
Roddy
He's
Gale.
only like a
Wow.
redshirt junior.
Dude, he's in like his sixth or seventh year. I can't remember. I'm telling you, man, this COVID period. It's over soon, thank goodness. But who's the other guy I was going to say? Namari Burnett. He's going to be, I think, another key. If he's hitting his outside shot, I would really love it for Dusty to give him extended minutes in the second half. I would like to see that. Because I think when Namari Burnett is hitting those threes, it makes our entire team look different. I think it opens up the floor a lot more for the inside guys, keeps everybody honest, gives Cadeau a lot more, room to drive and dish. So for me, a key part of this is Burnett. If he's hitting the three, this team is going to be near impossible. I said it. This team will be near impossible to beat.
I want them to be good threes though, and I think they've been doing mostly good job. Like I want them to play composed,
Mhm.
and like if Bama starts off hot, drain a few threes early. I don't want this squad to get insecure and feel like they have to kind of match those threes and just stick to the game plan, keep pounding it inside, even trade three for twos for threes, and just stay with it, play good D. Because I feel like if they get out of it and just try to chuck up a few threes because they're starting to get down because Bama's made like strung 4 or 5 in a row, I feel like that gets us out of our game. And then like Merez will pop one. I don't like it when Roddy will, his percentage seems low. Let our main guys do the shooting.
That being said, Chicago is the location of the game. That's going to be pro Michigan crowd.
Oh yeah, big time.
I feel like that just puts the energy into the game where they are going to want to do something highlight and kind of like to pump up the crowd. So I'm hoping that, that yeah, despite anything that might set them back in the beginning, I mean, this team has proven again, to quote JC from Sunnyside, because he said it first. This is a second half team. So whatever they can weather through the storm on the first half, I think it's okay. Like the crowd knows it, we know it. Like that's gonna be fine. So pick and choose your spots where you're gonna do something. Honestly, if Rez wants to shoot a three in the first half, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Second half, you lock down though. You lock down and you do what you need to do on there. Let's see what happens.
Can we
We
go
can't,
easy on
we
the
can,
second half team thing though? Because I think that's mostly true in round one and round two. This might be the last game where we can comfortably say we're so dominant that we're gonna just pour it on the second half. It's getting tighter and tighter, the matchups. Iowa State, I'm not comfortable with just to rely on second half team heroics.
Mm.
yeah, the team can't let up, even if we're up by 15 or 18, because they can hit a barrage of threes and get right back in it. So we can't let up, can't let up. And I think, Dusty's going to have them ready. And I think the guys are ready. I think the guys know that this is their opportunity to make a mark in Michigan history, and
Oof.
they're going to be up for it. This is their run,
Mm.
right? They got 4 games left.
All right, let's go. Final predictions: Michigan versus Bama. You want me to go first? All right, I'll go first. I think Michigan, contrary to the first two games, I think Michigan comes out super hot, super hot. Okay. First, I'm going to say 10 minutes. We go up by double digits. Michigan goes on to win by at least 84 to 63.
Only 63 for Bama. Wow.
I'm telling you, man. I think we're going to shut them out. I think our defense is really going to be on point. One, I think we're going to smother them on the outside, and they're not going to be comfortable shooting the threes. We're going to out rebound them like crazy, and then at that point, we're just going to pummel them. And it's not gonna be pretty for Bama. I hate to put it that way, but Nate Oates, he's gonna be like, man, wish I was back in Buffalo. That's what he's gonna say. Say, listen, I like it. I don't want to get beat like this on the national stage every year because he hasn't been doing that great since his first couple seasons. So, Nate Oates might be on the hot seat a little bit after this game.
Nah,
When
come
Michigan
on, come
sends him out.
on.
It's not gonna
I'm
be a
gonna
pretty game for Bama. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm gonna go a little bit differently. I think
Mm,
we still are a second half team, but I think it's gonna be closer than we would like. I've some of these spreads that we've been getting, like Howard was what, like 31 points? Like
I
that
can't
was
remember.
ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I bet against that, won some money on that. But that's on there. So I'm gonna go with an 81 to 70. 81 to 70.
I think we dominate every facet of the game. Less turnovers, more rebounds, more three-pointers made, more fast break points, more points in the paint. I think we just win comfortably. 91-74.
91. Holy smolies. You got us running and gunning. All right.
I see I higher scoring affair as well.
Mhm.
I was gonna say something along the lines of 94-85. We're not gonna be like just blowing it wide open, but we'll win semi-comfortable.
Not comfortable enough for nameless.
No, I mean I would prefer, of course, just a domination, but I'll be happy with the win, of course.
I'm gonna predict that Alabama is gonna go cold on the threes.
Mhm,
I'm gonna say we're gonna dominate from the tip off,
mhm.
and we are going to set an NCAA blowout record for the Sweet 16 by scoring 102 points and holding Alabama to 52. 102-52 Michigan. Book that, boy.
Oh my gosh. How much do you want to put on that? Whatever the max,
102-52 Michigan.
huh?
25 cents.
Uh, we're gonna put
A quarter.
25 cent bet on that, the maximum spread that the bookies will take from us for Michigan to blow out Alabama. I'm in complete agreement on that. I don't know about the 102 to 52. That's a bit much, but hey, I think the Michigan team's playing great. I think I think we're going to see one of the big concerns that we had all season was, are we going to get a lax yaks or a max yaks? And I think this game is going to be a max yaks. And like we've been saying, I think it's going to be a comfortable Michigan win. So, man, I wish I had more stuff to drink, but I don't. I've done run out. But I still raise my glass to this Michigan team, Coach Dusty May. There's been some rumors and rumblings that North Carolina might want to take a run at him and bring him over, but there's no way Dusty's going over there. Let's be honest. He's got it too good in Michigan. You know what I mean? And as our old ball coach, Jimmy Harbaugh, used to say, who's got it better than us right now? Nobody. So I raise my glass to Big Blue and we say, go blue.
Oh,
Hey, let's go the Michigan women's basketball team. Gotta get
Okay.
them some love also.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been keeping up. I'm a bad person.
Number two seed.
Number two
Keep the
seed.
team.
I
Number
know.
two
I'm
seed.
sorry. I'm sorry.
They had an explosion last game.
What was the score? Tell us.
80 something to like 60.
This guy, come on, give me some numbers here.
Come on, man. Women's
Come on,
basketball. It's
man.
worse than high school. Come
Oh,
on. How do you watch that?
It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad.
I haven't seen
92,
it.
92 to 63. Come on.
Oh, that's pretty good. 90, I mean, come on. 90,
no,
90
but
something points in the game.
not competitive. Women's tourney is
Oh,
not.
come on. Who watches women's basketball?
Oh my.
Are you saying it's too,
Well, the dominant teams are just too dominant. It's
Sword,
lopsided?
Olsen.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Holloway's sister is actually on the team.
Who Holloway?
The Alabama guy who got arrested. His sister's on the Michigan team.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Are
this
we?
is some Game of Thrones kind of thing.
These are the worst Michigan fans ever.
Ay,
Worst.
ay, ay. I'm sorry. I only have a limited amount of time. I can't keep up with everything.
I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but I think more. I mean, I give higher props to welcome back Bellamy into the fold,
Oh,
back in the big house.
Oh no.
Come
Please,
on.
please, we can't spend another hour. Let's not dive into
another hour.
No, just an ending comment. Props to the Bellamy. Mm.
All right.
Bellamy knew.
Love you, man.
Bellamy knew.
No, I think Ron Bellamy's in the right position. He wasn't a great position coach. Let's be honest, no matter what the position was. But as far as recruiting and connections, especially to local Detroit high schools and whatnot, yeah, I think he's indispensable. So I think it's the right person for the right job. Finally, so Ron Bellamy, we're happy that you found a landing spot for you. Here's a
He
glass.
brought us the Don, and by transitive property, he gave us a win over the Suckeyes. And if he brings home Dakota Grant, it's gonna be history repeating itself. That dude will single-handedly give us another win or two over the Suckeyes. Book it.
I mean, if he does that, he's earning his keep, which is, commendable. I mean, you can't fault the guy for that. So, there you go. Ronnie B. Anyway,
Go blue.
go blue. Here we go. This Friday and Sunday. Oh my gosh. And then, Final Four. Here we come. Woo. Fingers crossed. Yeah. All right. Anyway, enough is enough.